Hi everyone. We're going to tell whether the lines to the given points are parallel, which would mean they have the same slope, perpendicular, which means they have negative reciprocals, slopes, or neither, so not the same and not the negative reciprocal. So I went ahead and did the first one, and here's your slope formula. You need to memorize that. So I did 5 minus 3 and negative 1 minus a negative 1. So I got 2 divided by 0. I did the same thing for line 2 and got 6 divided by 0, which is undefined. And real quick, I want to explain the undefined part. So if I had 0 over 6, let's just do 6 divided by 3. That equals 2. And that's because 2 times 3 is 6. So 0 divided by 6 is 0, because 0 times 6 is 0. But if you had 6 over 0, there's nothing we can put in this box that's going to give you a 6. Because 6 times 0 is 0. 0 times 0 is 0. So that's why it's called undefined. Both of these lines are vertical lines if you graph them. Okay, so let's do some more. Make sure you have the formula here memorized. All right, so let's do some more. All right, so let's do 11. I'm going to do line 1. And that slope is going to equal 3 minus 1 divided by 3 minus 1, which equals 2 divided by 2, which equals 1. And line 2, the slope is 4 minus 2, 0 minus 2. So that's going to give you 2 divided by negative 2, which equals negative 1. These are negative reciprocals. I can put a 1 under each one. So they're negative reciprocals. That means they're perpendicular. Number 12, line 1. So the slope is 5 minus 2, negative 3 minus a negative 5. So this would be 3, and negative 3 plus 5 is going to be 2. And line 2, the slope's going to be 0 minus 2, and 1 minus a negative 2. Now that gives me negative 2 divided by 3. These are the negative reciprocals of one another, so these would be perpendicular. So they have the opposite signs, and they are reciprocals. The next one, line 1, the slope is going to be 2 minus 3, negative 5 minus a negative 2. So that's negative 1 divided by negative 5 plus 2 is negative 3, which equals 1/3. All right, and line 2, the slope's going to be 3 minus 1, 5 minus 4. That's going to give you 2 divided by 1, which equals 2. So they're not the same and they're not negative reciprocals. So this one is neither or neither. Okay, 14, we have line 1. So the slope is 2 minus a negative 2, 1 minus a negative 3. This will be 2 plus 2 is 4, and 1 plus 3 is 4, which equals 1. And then line 2, The slope's going to be 6 minus 3. Whoops. 6 minus 3 and 4 minus 1. So 6 minus 3 is 3. 4 minus 1 is 3, and that gives you 1. Since they're the same slope, that means they are parallel. And finally, the last one, we have line 1. And so the slope is going to be 2 minus 4 for your y. 1 minus the negative 3 is your negative 2 over 4, which is negative 1/2. And for line 2, the slope's going to be 1 minus 2 I'm going too fast. So 1 minus 2 and 8 minus 6. So that's going to give you negative 1 over 2. They're the same, so that means the lines are parallel. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.